Welcome back to some more GRiD Part 7. Now, in the last part we did lose our winning streak of consecutive first places, but we still won a championship, so it's not a huge deal. Oh hey, it's another one of these again. What are the offers? These are the offers.
Look, if you're going to race, you need a car.
Now the thing is, we can actually enter a GT2 team, because we have the money to do so. I mean, we only have one of two cars to choose because, we can only drive a Porsche through this because, stupid license issues and all that nonsense. But, you know, we have a Panos or a Spiker, and, well, the Spiker has, like, shit for brakes. A little bit of a better top end, but I've always liked the Panos Esperante as a car, so we're going to go with that. Oh, hey, look, we can save, like, quite a bit of money. It's $550,000 to buy it new, or I can go on here and buy this one for $500,000. You save $50,000 profits, so I'm gonna do that because yeah. So the reason why you again, just like before, the reason why you of course want to do a 24 hours of Le Mans on your as a team is because again you'll net a lot more profits. We'll win like $200,000 just by doing this, so we might as well. Anyways, of course, again, I'm only focusing on the GT2 field because, well, you know. And oh hey, look at that Porsche that I wish I could buy but can't because fucking Electronic Arts and their bullshit of how long they kept that stupid license for. No, they're only ours. Pay us if you want them. Thankfully, Porsche's no longer doing that anymore. I mean, the only deal they kind of did is with Forza Motorsport for like the next 6 years, and all that is just, and that's only just so they can kind of have like the latest models and stuff. So that's really just more of, hey, you want the latest shit? Play this game. But other games are still perfectly free to have Porsches, and you know, by the time the later games come out, and those aren't really the new Porsches anymore, they'll be in those games. So it's not, it's kind of a different kind of exclusivity deal, a far less bullshit one that I'm actually a little bit of okay with. My only issue with Porsche is that now that they seem to have the freedom to be in all these other games, it seems like any other game that has Roof, Gambala, 9FF, any other kind of Porsche tuned car, nope, suddenly we can't have that anymore. If any of you have heard of what was going on with any of you know about the mobile game Asphalt 8, because you know Porsche used to be locked up from the EA deal, they had to put like tune things like Roofs and Gambalas and 9FFs and all that stuff. But then eventually, once Porsche was free, Asphalt 8 secured a deal to be able to have Porsches in their game. One problem. I guess Porsche wanted to make it so that they didn't want people driving the tune cars. So what ended up happening was every factory Porsche in the game, all the tune ones are now locked away for good. You cannot even buy them. Of course, if you've bought them before when they were still available, you'll still have them, but you can't. But basically, if you didn't get them now and you play that game, well, you're shit out of luck. Not that I really play it because they banned me for very stupid reasons. Because oh hey, I actually played the goddamn game enough to have a lot of the cars, which must mean I must be cheating because of that. Well, maybe not price your shit so high, and maybe you won't have to find reason to ban people then. Fucking jackasses at GameLoft. The game was perfectly fine when it came out. It wasn't too bad. Then you got way too carried away with it. Because greed gets the better of people. Just like with Take-Two and what they've been wanting Rockstar to do with Grand Theft Auto Online. Speaking of Rockstar games, and this is... When I'm saying this is like literally something that was only revealed like half an hour ago by now. There's a potential we might be seeing a remastered, a brand new, and I'm not kidding, Midnight Club game. We haven't had a Midnight Club since 2008 with Los Angeles. Probably should have fast forwarded a little bit so that I wouldn't be on the grass. But we have not seen, yeah, it's been nearly a decade since we've had a Midnight Club game. And I was always a huge fan of the Midnight Club games. Of course, Midnight Club 3 is still one of the best arcade racing games I've ever played. It's fucking fantastic. Definitely play it if you never have. And if you're gonna play Midnight Club 3, get Remix, because basically Remix was kind of an interesting case. So, you know, sometimes you'll know with some games that re-releases of games sometimes will either have all the DLC that comes with it, like the complete editions, which is what they did with Los Angeles. But because in the case with Midnight Club 3, when they decided to re-release the game, when the game was, you know, it sold well enough to reach greatest hits / platinum hits, respectively, what they decided to do was they decided to go back and add more content to the game. So if you want, and so if you pay like a little bit extra money, sure, you'd be getting the same game if you've already owned it. But if you haven't even owned the game at all, you could pay still less money than when the game originally came out. Get the game as it was with a whole lot of extra added shit. Mostly cars, a new city in the case of Tokyo, which I think is basically an update of the Midnight Club 2 Tokyo map with a lot of, you know, changes every there and when and all that kind of stuff. And more music, maybe more customization options. I don't know. I don't think so, but basically, it just added more replayability to the game, and it was awesome that they did that. And if you have a PlayStation 2 or original Xbox, I would highly recommend giving those games a try. Like, it is definitely worth it. It is such a good game. Midnight Club Los Angeles is actually pretty good too. I quite like that one as well. But if you are gonna play that game and you kind of care about playing with other people, you're gonna have to get it on Xbox 360 because the servers don't work on PS3 no more because of. I think the reason is because of they used to be GameSpy servers, and GameSpy is no longer a thing. And though Rockstar was perfectly fine with re-updating the servers for GTA 4 to keep them going, they didn't do it for Midnight Club Los Angeles, which is a bit disappointing because playing that online, that game was a bit of fun. But if you do have it on Xbox 360, you're still fine because, you know, Xbox Live servers kind of override that. But of course, with a new Midnight Club coming out, I imagine there's going to be quite a lot of people who will want to play it. I mean, I certainly would. 2017 so far, it's been such an amazing year for racing games so far. I mean, we'll have Forza Motorsport 7. We're going to have that one, Forza 7, the Project Cars 2, which, you know, despite what happened with P-Cars 1, I'm interested to see how the sequel tries to improve on what made the first game so very flawed in many areas. The Crew 2, Gran Turismo Sport, Need for Speed Payback, which, you know, as much as I'm not kind of really interested in that one, I'm still going to get it because, you know, I got to have all the Need for Speed games for video reasons. What else is there? Yeah, there was Car Mechanic Simulator 2018, which I guess isn't really a racing game, but, you know, still kind of popular. We had Dirt 4, which is awesome. There's probably more that I'm missing too. What was one of the? There's like another rally game coming out that looks pretty interesting. I'm trying to remember. What is it? Is the game called Tarmac or is it Grip? I can't remember. It's got or I think it's Gravel actually. That one actually looks kind of interesting. And, you know, there was a new Flat Out game, which, you know, not as interesting, but, you know, Wreckfest got quite a few updates to make it more interesting. BeamNG Drive's also been getting some more really neat updates. It's basically looking like to be one of the best years for racing games because there's just so much that we've been seeing, and it's, you know, now with the leak of a potential new Midnight Club game coming out, it's just looking to be a star-studded year. I mean, racing games have had their ups and downs, but 2017 is looking to be just a massive highlight for the genre. There's just so much coming out that it's worth taking a look at. It's just amazing. It's just, oh man, Crew 2. The Crew, like, the ones I'm looking most forward to, Forza 7, The Crew 2, and Gran Turismo Sport. Those are the ones I am most looking forward to playing for sure. Like, those are the three that it's going to definitely get my attention. I mean, Forza 7 is going to have over 700 cars, so it's starting to reach Gran Turismo 4 level territory of cars, and, you know, Forza 7 is, you know, going to will have the one advantage over Gran Turismo is it has a much better variety of cars. I mean, Gran Turismo Sport is kind of switching things up. It doesn't have as many cars, but it's got a more racing-oriented focus, and, you know, it doesn't have, like, a million Miatas and Skylines, which is, you know, an improvement. But yeah, it's interesting just to see all this, because it's like it's just the fact that we've gotten to this point where, you know, all these different companies just want to make racing games. They just want to get people interested. It's going to be a very good year, and in some cases it already has been. It's just nice to see that, though, because it's like, you know, 2016, if you go a year prior, you really only had one major standout, which was Forza Horizon 3, which was acclaimed. Like, it was like I remember the Video Game Awards last year. Like, it was Horizon 3 was because there were so few racing games. There wasn't even a racing game category. It was just put in with sports, and Horizon 3 was just put up a bunch of sports games. And I'm thinking in my head, oh yeah, they're gonna obviously choose a sports game because, well, because you know, gotta have them sports games be winning. But no, they actually Horizon 3 beat out the sports games, which was awesome. That was really the only major notable highlight of 2016 when it came to racing games. I think Dirt Rally was 2015. Then again, Dirt Rally was. I mostly just look at Dirt Rally as a kind of like an in-house work of what would eventually, in many ways, turn into Dirt 4. Looking back at it personally, but it is a good thing that they did release that anyways, because, you know, the Codemasters had been kind of getting a lot of crap with the direction they'd been going with the game. Dirt 2 was just such a vast departure from the series. GRiD 2 was not very well received for its handling, and GRiD Autosport at least did quite a bit of things right, but, you know, some of the damage had already been done, and, you know, it didn't help that the interior views were all blurred out, mostly because the same physics engine and some same models. So, you know, it had done some reputable damage to the company, and, you know, many people thought the glory days of Codemasters were behind them. Then suddenly Dirt Rally came out, and then Dirt 4, and then all of a sudden Codemasters just kind of showed everyone that they were not only serious about getting back on their feet, giving people what they fondly remember from their games, but also, you know, making very exciting, very good games. Like, I really want to try Dirt 4 because that game just looks amazing. Like honestly, that is a game I definitely want still, you know. And then, of course, with the ones I've already mentioned, like Forza 7, Crew 2, Gran Turismo Sport. I mean, the Crew 2 is going to be interesting simply because of the fact that it's like they're really expanding on it. Like, it's not just a racing game on the streets anymore. You can drive boats, fly planes. It's like they're really expanding to it, and you know, they're going to have all these proper like racing tracks. Like, there were racing tracks like in the Crew 1, but they're kind of very lazily done, and, you know, just not very, there wasn't very too much focus on it. I mean, yeah, sure, you had circuit spec, but I guess this time around the specs are going to be a little bit different with how the game is going to be formatted. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I mean, I really did put a lot of time in the Crew 1, so I'm very interested to see how the Crew 2 will switch things up, apart from the already mentioned. Oh, and by the way, the time is coming down to a close, and we're still in the lead in the class. So I pretty much just have to hold on to it, and then we can take us home. But I got a decent lead, and we're pretty much on the straightaway, so we're in good hands. And there we go. We have won another Le Mans, and at least this time with our own team. Were there any two-man teams? There was. Spiker Squadron was actually the only one. Everyone else was in their own teams. Interesting. And of course, Tom Christensen and Emmanuel Pirro, and the only LMP1s. No competition. Funny enough, that seems to be how LMP1 is turning out to be now that Porsche's exiting out of LMP1, or whatever the class term is. I think it is LMP1. So yeah, a measly 4 points, but I still won in class, you know. So we do get all of our little extra money from our sponsors, and quite a bit more of the reputation there, and a hefty $299,400. Nice. So there ends that season. So now, even if I don't have enough money to get a GT1, I'll at least have a GT2 car for future reference to go to the Panini Esperini. You're welcome, Scotian. So at the end of Season 2, we are ranked 343rd place. Still a one-man crew. And 109th at team standings.
A chance for us to show them what we got. Let's win some races.
Well, I do plan on doing that. But we really will mostly only get somewhere once we get a teammate. So anyways, let's move over to the next one of the Euros, the BMC air filter open wheel BMC Formula 1000.
You need a car.
And yep, 44,000 for this cheaper one, but it's been total like 3 times, but it's won 19 races. So you know what? We'll do it because if you're smart at how you drive, it won't really matter much. So yeah, now we get some little lightweight pocket rockets, basically. So my winning streak was 25 races, apparently. So the goal is pole position, apparently. But, I mean, as it usually is. And I'm roughly about halfway through the field. So here we get some cars that shift up very quickly, like almost instantaneous. And then I try to hit the handbrake rather than hit shifting down. God, I am smart. No, I'm not at all. Just, It's fine. This is a 3-lap race, and these cars handle very well. Oh, God. What am I doing? Kind of everything went downhill once I bumped into that guy. That's not exactly something I want. No, sorry, nope, no. Anyways. Oh, man. So coming off that whole conversation about just all that stuff, it's just something to look forward to. But yeah, someone's out. Yeah, person. So I'm still only in 9th place because of things, I guess. Yeah, didn't really want to cut there. Wasn't really intending for it, but yeah, whatever. Excuse me, sir, you're going a bit slow there. And yep, the guy I was trying to aim for is still leading the race. But now I'm at least up to 4th place, so I'm 1 away from podium. And now I am in podium in 3rd place, because it's kind of a bit slow. And hey, look at this, look at that. See ya, I'm now in the lead. Hopefully this will kind of be the way how it goes, because I don't know what was going on. I could not, just that race in the last part, I couldn't get up to Enzo Vico. I was trying really hard, but I guess that skyline is just really quick. I guess I'll have to, considering that, I'm probably going to end up buying one, because Jesus, that was like ridiculous. Anyways. Just try not to worry about that right now, because that was the past, and this is now Lazenby's Best of British Sausages, and then Jack's something Best of British Bacon. Was that actually whatever track this is? Because I can't remember. Because again, he's rubbish. Anyone, please tell me that's actually a real thing or not, or just something they kind of added in for a joke. I'm pretty sure it's a real thing. I'd imagine. Car lube, no. Not that kind of lube. I shouldn't be making it seem like that, because I'm a bad person. I mean, I could be. I don't know. You're free. You're the one you're free to be the judges on that. I have a pretty comfortable win here. I mean, I did go a little bit slower there, so I think they are actually kind of gaining, but it's not. I think I'll be fine. Especially if I take the chicane like that. That was kind of great. Oh, yeah. Another win in the books. By nearly 2.5 seconds. In fact, the guy I was trying to aim for fell down to 3rd, apparently. Another driver, Jorge Hernandez from, what is that, Spain? Passed him? Oh, hey, we're even leading in the teams, which is actually a bit interesting. That is, I mean, I'm gonna hope that I can, I guess, do that. It'll stay that way for the next one here, but I'm not too sure. Oh, believe me, I'm not letting Hernandez take it. And where am I? Yep, right again, back in the middle of things. Hang on, sorry. Excuse me. I felt that one, despite how minute that was, I felt it coming, so I kind of stopped myself to get it out. Oh, there's been a bit of fender bender. Oh, I had to kind of sneak through. We're back on Nürburgring GP, by the way. I'm sorry that I'm not recognizing all the track names. My memory is just terrible. Oh, kind of getting a bit of grass there. Not exactly something I was intending for. Oh God, probably didn't. Oh, someone spun. Okay, just try to find my way through here. Sir, please move. Especially, you should move too, because you're the guy who I'm trying to go against. So I can see why I suddenly go so much quicker, because on this car gets so much from slipstreaming when in 6th gear. Oh, it's a bit of a big bump. Oh hey, look, it's the Norman brothers, Bobby Norman and Graham Norman. Kind of realized that. They both have the same number though, so something is not exactly right. Alright, gotta just try to look for it again. Oh, I might have to go through the middle here. This might be a little bit ugly. Or not, actually. They might have just braked a bit early and I kind of just go through perfectly fine. So now I just have to... Oh yeah, it's something I haven't done in a while. Hang on. Oh wait, no, wrong button. No, I don't need to... I don't need to go back. There we go. That's the right button. I thought I'd at least show this off because, you know, it's an open cockpit car. Might as well give it a view. I promised I would be doing this throughout the thing, but I haven't been doing it in a while because I've kind of forgotten about it. But yeah, it's kind of hit me there to do it. But yeah, you can see there. I can see there when you get to 6th gear, this car just kind of really tops itself out. And then when they're slipstreaming, they can get so much more speed. Probably didn't need to go cut that much. I wasn't planning for it, but oh well. I kind of took a lot of speed there, I must say. Thank you. I appreciate the compliments about the lap. Anyways. I only went down a 4th gear there. This car does handle very nicely. It's got a lot of nice grip to it, so you can take some of these corners pretty quickly. Kind of got a little bit carried away there. Maybe I was just a bit too fast, but, you know. Also just realized, too, this is the shortened Nürburgring GP. This is the... I had not realized that until the last lap, which shows how much I'm paying attention. Anyways, we won't worry about it. So I've got quite a sizable lead right now, I must say. They're like almost 6 seconds back now. That was a bit of a huge hump. And just kind of do that, and to the finish. Yeah! And yeah, I still had a faster lap on the 2nd lap. Probably because I had a bit of slipstreaming going on, which might have helped. Just a bit. 6.5 seconds win. That was... They weren't even close. So yeah, I do win, but I have to sacrifice the team standings because Norman Tech's 3rd and 4th finish in that race. Fuck. Well... We do still get our all of our sponsor objectives, of course. And 21,000, which means that if we doing just another one of the races will unlock us the next tier of events in that specific region.
That'll improve our bottom line.
So you have 170,800 for that one, and the sponsors are Spax, Akrapovic, and DEI Thermal Tuning Products. Actually, wait a minute. Were any of those even the sponsors? I thought BMC were the sponsors, and I didn't get BMC. Huh. I guess they don't always show up for their own things. I thought they did. Interesting. Oh, wow. None of these are really that interesting. I mean, we can replace Epexi because DEI is 5,000. We have to finish no one first, but that's the only change we're making. So yeah, just a little bit extra money to add to the thing, I guess. Anyways, that's going to do it for this part, of course. We go with 24 hours on mods and the championship. So stay tuned for the next one, guys. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care, guys.